Hello, it's the 2nd of August, which means that I am now 13 months on testosterone. This month's update, not a lot has happened, I don't think, via the testosterone. I've still been off from work, recovering from top surgery. I go back on Monday. So that'll be interesting because I think it's going to be quite tiring. And I won't be able to do half the job because I can't really lift the heavy things yet. But yeah, I really need to be back at work. I've had enough time off now. I can't imagine being retired. I need to be at work. I love it. So testosterone based, I've suddenly become really quite spotty. And it's underneath here, but mostly on my arms and shoulders, and starting to come down here as well, and my back. And I think people have assigned it, other people have assigned it to the hair growing, but I don't think it's related to hair growing. I think it's just puberty spots, and I'm hoping that will stop fairly soon, because it's quite embarrassing having spots when you're 40 odd, which is partly why I'm growing the fuzz. The fuzz, I'm really, that's what happened. I've had 6 weeks of growing it. It's not really happened. I mean, there's you can see there's colour there, and I have trimmed it down because the top part down to there grows quite thickly, and this bit is really, really thin. So if I don't trim it, I just have these massive great sideburns that sort of, from the 1970s, which just look awful. So I've trimmed it a bit, and I've trimmed it down, shaved down so that there's a nice line down here. But even so, I don't think, there's a massive gap between there and there. I don't think it is good enough to be able to wear to work. So sadly, I'm going to have to give up and shave it all off for Monday, which is a shame, because I like the shadow that it gives me. But I have to be smart for work, and this is not smart. This is not good enough. I'll have another go at growing a proper beard, and later on when I've been on testosterone for a bit longer, but it's not happening yet. My hair is definitely starting to fall out. There's hair all over everywhere. Wherever I go, I get handfuls of it. I'm not bothered. I have very thick hair, so it's going to take a long time before I get bald. There was a time, I think it was about there, where I had one hair growing out of in the middle of my now empty face. That one hair obviously did used to be joined to the rest of my hairline, and it just hasn't fallen out like all the rest of them, which was quite funny to realise how far it had got back, that this one hair was there. And looking back at photos, oh yes, my hair did used to come down to there, and now it's quite far back. I'm not bothered. I'm really not bothered. As I say, I don't think I should go completely bald, and even if I do, I'm 47. That's what happens to men. My hair isn't. It will save having to cut it if it falls out. My trousers have started to not fit me, which means that my body shape has really started changing. So I wasn't fat. I didn't have a big bottom. I didn't have big hips. My body was fairly up and down before testosterone, but now definitely my waist is getting thicker, and my bottom must be changing because my trousers are just not fitting anymore. Right, really baggy, and I haven't, I'm not trying to lose weight or anything. It's just happening like that, which I thought that all this change would happen sort of, I don't know, between 6 and 9 months, and there's quite a lot of change that's happening now at a year and 1 month. I celebrated 3 years of sobriety this last week, which 3 years is a long time, and I don't think I'd have done it without testosterone, because that's, I was thinking I used so many drugs like Antabuse and whatever to try and help me come off alcohol, and all I needed was testosterone, which is not its ultimate aim, but I now feel so much more settled in myself and happier in myself that that I don't really crave drink quite as much as I ever did, and it's becoming easier and easier to go without. So here's to the next year. Having said that, happier and happier, this last couple of weeks I'm becoming almost agoraphobic. I haven't really. I've been out once a week to a church meeting, and not the main church Sunday meeting, but a meeting with just sort of 5 or 6 of us who turn up. That's the only time I've been out, apart from odd shopping, grocery trips, which that happened twice in the last 7 weeks. I never really, I'm not comfortable outside anyway, but it seems that not going out to work has really knocked my confidence. Not my confidence, not that I'm not confident. There seems no point. There's no point to go out, therefore I don't. So I've become more introverted and a bit unhappy, I guess. So I really, really need to go back to work, and it's going to be hard going out, meeting all those people again, but I'm becoming more introverted and unhappy and quite tearful. I was trying to decide whether the tearfulness is an imbalance of testosterone. Either I've got too much, because I'm injecting Sustanon every 2 weeks, which is double the quantity you're supposed to. You're supposed to have it every month, but then I went to 3 weeks and still my testosterone levels were low, so then I went to 2 weeks, and since then my gender clinic cancelled the last endocrinologist appointment, so I haven't had my levels checked, so I don't know if it's that my testosterone is changing to estrogen, or if it's just that I'm feeling low because a lot's happened in the last couple of months and I'm not getting out to work. But I just really, I'm tearing up really quite quickly. It doesn't take much before there's drips coming out of my eyes, and that's not normal. So I'm waiting for the Charing Cross Gender Clinic to give me another appointment. Either if they don't, I should go to my doctor and request my own bloods, and then try and get somebody to decipher what levels I should be. But I'm going to go back to work for a bit first and see if that changes my mood. It might just be that my mood is lower because I haven't been out and I'm just sort of caving in on myself. Ultimately, you know, it's the best thing I've done. I still love it. I still would not have changed it. Testosterone is the best thing that I could have put in my body. So yeah, I'm not, you know, although I'm a bit down, it's nothing compared to what it used to be before testosterone. I shall leave it there, and I will speak to you next month. Bye.